Fast here, and I am a journeyman technician here in northeast Oklahoma. And I've seen a lot of guys doing truck tours and stuff on YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that. So today I thought I'd give you a show around my truck here. This here is a Ram 3500 1-ton. It's newly diesel. It is deleted. It has a tow tune on it. So I do pull a job trailer sometimes. And yeah, so start with the cab here, I guess. It's not the basic work package, but it has power windows and locks, stuff like that. I really do like it. It's got it's fairly low miles. It is 4-wheel drive, which makes it really nice because you get a little muddy on these jobs and stuff sometimes. And basically, my door here, I keep my tape measures. A lot of times apprentices will, helpers and whoever's with you will forget their tape measures. So I keep about 4 of these Milwaukees in here. They're my favorite tape measure. I really like them because you can stop them with your finger like that. So, and then behind me here, I keep my Vito Pro Pack, my Tech Pack here. This is so far I've had, I guess, 3 of these, and this is the backpack one. I'll show you. And it's my favorite one. I really like it. I keep all my hand tools and stuff in here. In this side right here, keep my smaller stuff up top. I keep the magnet, stuff like that in here for my solenoid valves. And let's see here. In the back of it, I keep my meters. I've got the Fluke here. I keep my amp clip, which is, I really like this one. And then I keep my Testos back here also. My setting superheat and stuff like that. So that's basically what I keep in my service bag here. I will note that most of the time I only do installs, so that's pretty much what I do. I hardly ever do service, just on the weekends. It's winter time right now, so I keep my coveralls. I'll take that out in the summer. Keep my hard hat, high vis in here. Move on back to the bed. This is pretty much what I keep in my bed here. I keep my small torches for attics and on roofs and places like that. I got the Victor set. So far it's lasted me pretty good. I really like it. And then in here, this is actually an old Hilti bag that I had, and I outgrew my old DeWalt bag, so I put all my DeWalt stuff in here. I keep band saws, impacts, power tools, sawzalls, all that in there. And this here is my apprentice's bag. He keeps all his tools in here. He's got the Klein backpack, I guess. And then up in here, I keep a couple sets of gauges. And this rig right here is my battery-powered caulking gun. We build a lot of walk-ins, so I use that a lot. Your hand gets tired. And down here, I keep my hole saws. I just go through hole saws like crazy. And so I'm really liking these new Diablos, though. They're so far they're the best ones I've ever come across. I'm really liking them. This is a small set, but eventually I want to upgrade to the big set. So, and I got a small recovery unit back in there, and I keep my MR vacuum pump here. And what else do I have in here? I got some ratchet straps, my DeWalt grinder, a bunch of hammers, a regulator for nitrogen, pretty much stuff like that there. And also I missed here on the on my door, I've got these little magnets, and they work pretty good, but I keep my grinding wheels, a couple of the most common wrenches that I use, a 14, 7/16 and a half here. Keep my couple gator clips on my grinding wheels. Let's look up top here. This here is kind of, I got some bigger hole saws that won't fit in my small sets. I do keep on a lot of walk-in wrenches because that's mainly what I do. I do heat and air, but I do a lot more refrigeration. So, you know, with a lot of guys working with me, sometimes there'll be 6 of us or so, and everyone else will have a wrench, so I keep enough for everybody. Just random things up here, squares, some vice grips. Now right here, you see these smaller, old, wore-out hole saws that I use from when I'm really beating on them. Right here, I keep all my drill bits, my most common sizes, all my adapters to go to a socket where I can hook up an impact. That's really nice. And then in here, I keep my torch heads. I got a swedging tool right here. A couple tubing cutters. Some extra things I don't use a whole lot. Right here, I keep Sawzall blades. I got through a lot of those on tear outs and stuff like that. I'm working on remodels. And over here, see, these are my bands for my bandsaw, and then I keep all my drill bits and stuff in these cases right here. I really like them. They fit in there real well, so that's pretty much there. And then over here, I've got I don't use a whole lot of sockets, but when I do, I use just certain sizes. So that's pretty much what you see in here is just the ones I use. I've got room for more, which I need to get someday, but then I have my wrench set here. I got a whole set of them. I mainly use those, the ratcheting wrench sets. This back box, I really don't have a whole lot in it. I've got right here in this toolbox, I've got most of my sheet metal duct working tools and stuff. Got my turbo shears, crimpers, and stuff like that in there. And I got a ratchet strap and a couple bottle heads there. And I'll keep my fish tape and a splitter up here. And then that right down there is my leak detector, which I hardly ever use. But when I do need it, I need it. So that's pretty much what I have on this side of the truck. Around here, I don't really have a tank rack. I plan to get one someday, but I've only had this truck about 6 months. I'm still figuring out what I like and don't like on the room situation, the storage situation. So right now, I just have my tanks just up there behind that bar. It works really well. They don't go anywhere, and I've hit a lot of bumps and stuff, and they don't go anywhere. So those are the main ones I use. I've got some 408A over there, some 410, some new 22, some 448A, and then I've got two extra oxygens, and 2 extra acetylines for my small torch set. And then I've got my big nitrogen, which needs to be refilled, by the way, but I've got my big nitrogen there that I use. And I'll show you up here in the rigid box. I keep it's kind of hard to see, I know, but I keep all my seal tight and all my wire up in here. It's a little bit disorganized, but stuff rolls around a lot. But this stuff I don't just use all the time, but I've got my work light in here, a level, mainly wiring stuff. So that's real nice to keep stuff like that in there, because wire's so awkward to carry. That I can set it in those containers in there, and I have all my sizes, mainly number 12 and number 10, and all my seal tight conduit, stuff like that. And let's see here. I just recently got these new bottles right here. I was going through oxygen acetylene so fast in my other sets that, I mean, I was just burning through them just like crazy. So I got these and put some Victor regulators on them with the quick connects. And I also have a 50-foot hose here that I use. And as you see, it's got these quick connects, just like like you would use on an air hose. Connects right up. I can pull it right up to these condensing units. Sometimes even pull right up the edge of a building and it can go on a roof, and I can finish welding up my copper and stuff, because when we're running line sets and stuff outside, it really uses it up, and I was just constantly going through the bottles. So that's really saving me to keep from having to exchange bottles so much. And here, keep my good old DeWalt ice chest. You always need that in the summer. So pretty much does it for the back. This here side, as you can probably tell, that whole side of the truck I keep tools on. This whole side of the truck I keep supplies on, hardware, stuff like that. So start here. This here is where I keep a lot of my cleaners, soap bubbles. This here, I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of these. It is the bomb. If you're building walk-ins and stuff, sealing up holes, this gun, this will last you forever. You can adjust it to what your flow you want of spray foam, how much you want. It is like one of the best things I've ever bought. And I keep some hand wipes, some WD-40, stuff like that up in there. A heat gun for door gaskets, stuff like that. Cleaners down here, soap bubbles. Keep some 409. We recently had to use that on a job. And then here I keep a oil filter wrench for water filter housings. Got a little cleaning brush there. And up top here, I've got a few spray cans. Mainly, I really need to restock, but my plumbing glue and cleaner and pipe dope. And over here, as you see, I keep all sorts of tapes, thread tape, Gorilla tape, full tape, all that kind of stuff, all my tapes. Down here I keep all my parts, so I do have to run service every now and then, especially on the weekends when I'm on call. So I keep most of the main stuff that I'm going to use for the type of work we do. Keep some A12700s here. I go through solenoids quite a bit, solenoid valves. I've got a 3/8 one, I got a 1/2 inch one. Keep some dryers, temp controls. Also really like using these KE2 thermostats for walk-ins and stuff. Keep several capacitors, a couple small fan motors for evaporators, some timers, a few ice machine parts, some inlet valves, dump valves, stuff like that. A little bit of heat tape. And then up on top here I've got my clamps for my conduit, seal tight and stuff like that. Keep those in there. Right over here I keep my, some of this is half, some of it's 3/4, but it's all my seal tight straights and 90s. I go through a lot of these. I go through just tons of them, so try to keep them stocked up pretty good. These here I got for my drains going onto my evaporators and the freezers where you can't run PVC, and some different rigid stuff for conduit. I keep any of my specialty fittings that I've collected, shark bites, stuff like that in here. And so this here will go onto the back of most ice machines, and I can take a beverage hose and hook right up to that, a 3/8 beverage hose. So it's good to have those. And then in here I keep all my PVC. Here in Oklahoma we have to have these on our drains and our walk-ins. They make us put those in every so far. Just different things, tees, little traps. All my 3/4 90s are over here. Mainly what I use is 3/4 inch. So, and then this bin here, which is my favorite, on this side, I have lots of stuff in here. I do have plugs here from walk-ins and stuff when you're missing them or whatnot and they get moisture in them. I keep more 3/4 90s there. I keep a couple traps. This here, I keep all my wire stuff in for my fitting, my wire nuts and stuff like that. Pretty much gets me by what I need. A little bit of sheetrock anchors, stuff like that, Romex connectors. And then in here, I recently got this, and I'm really enjoying it. I keep my screws and stuff, some lag bolts, lag screws. These here go to my ram shots for putting angle iron down to the floor, concrete. These are most of the main screws that I use, really. So that's really, really nice. And it's got this rubber seal right here, keeps moisture and stuff from getting in there. So I really like that. Let's see. Right here, I keep more electrical. Keep my colored tapes in here. Got a couple boxes back there. Keep all my wire nuts, zip ties, these little pigtails, a couple plugs and stuff in here. It's really nice. Then over here, I keep a lot of hardware, a lot of random hardware. You know, these here you can use for your bulbs off your thermostats to mount. And here's some more mounting stuff for expansion valve, stuff like that. Down here is where I keep all my copper fittings. Everything from 3/8 to 1 1/8. I don't stock anything bigger or smaller than that. And if I need anything bigger, I just go get it. But I don't have the room for it down here. And then right behind these fittings, I keep my clamps for Unistrut. So I've got all of them back there in the back. All the way over is all clamps. So we go through a lot of those. So especially when we're hanging, suspended from a ceiling or something like that. Down low here on the bottom one, we've got another bin here that's got, we'll take this in where we're hanging evaporators, stuff like that. It's got most of the bolts we use for hanging our evaporators, washers, the nuts, and we keep a few screws. We keep some Sammys for hanging all thread and Unistrut off, suspended off the ceiling. Some rivets, concrete rivets, and then these copper fittings here really didn't have anywhere to put, and I had this empty space here, so we put them in here. They're adapters, 7/8 to 5/8 and stuff like that. So that's where I keep all that. And then down here, I've got this metal container here, and I keep pretty much just odd fittings, Schraders, stuff like that down there. 45 stuff that I don't use a whole lot, but when I need them, I need them. Also keep a condensing condenser fan motor down there. Some thermostat. And back up here is all my silicone. Go through a lot of that. A little bit of gas risers and stuff like that. Pretty much does it for this bed. Over here, don't really have a whole lot. I do use this trash can, or this bucket, as a trash can, because all the others that I've used, they fall over really bad. So when guys aren't riding with me and stuff, I'll put this here, and it stays upright. It never falls over. I hope there's hard hat there. And then up front here, this side, he keeps his tape measure. He really likes the Cobalt tape measure. They are nice tape measures, but he keeps his stuff. He keeps a notepad for writing down stuff that we need. We always write it down. Try to, if we don't forget, so that we don't forget later on. And I think that pretty much does it for this tour. all that stuff there is very, I don't have a lot of stuff that I don't use. So if I don't use it, I try not to keep it on the truck because it just gets cluttered and it rolls around and falls and makes a mess. So I try to keep only what I use on there. And there's some other things I'm going to do here in the future to try to help me with some of that. But I think that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. You guys have a good day.